Hey everyone, so we are here in Lesson 8, Level 3, choosing your own adventure by modifying colors and messing with image filters. We are going to do D. We've done A and C already. B is a little complicated. We can talk more about that in class, but I think D is a more manageable one, so let's click on Modify Contrast. So, adjusting contrast in an image refers to changing the difference in brightness between the lightest and darkest parts of an image. A high contrast image has a greater difference between the lightest and darkest parts, while a low contrast image has a smaller difference. All right, so in the contrast image class, let's go over there. We're going to complete the adjust contrast method. And so if you'll notice, there is a multiplier that we are going to use to adjust the contrast of each pixel. So we are going to multiply the amount of red, green, and blue by that multiplier. And then we're probably going to have to check to make sure that the values do not go over 255. So let's create our 2D array of pixel objects, and I'll call this my pix as I typically do, and this is the get image pixels. That's the getter method from the image plus class. If you're not sure where this is or if you have not looked at it, it is right here. It literally returns the pixels. So let's go back yonder and let me click in my semicolon. So let's go for int row equals 0. Row is less than my pix.length. And I want to increment my row by 1 every time. And then let's do the same thing with columns. For int column equals 0. My column is going to be less than my pix at whatever row I am currently on. Length. And I'm going to increment my column by 1 every time. And so let's get something that represents the current pixel. So I'm going to go, I need to declare it. So it's a pixel object, curPix equals my pix at the current row and the current column. So I'll do that. Maybe it might make the code a little clearer. So let's create an integer for each color. So I'm going to go int. I will call this new red. And that's going to equal the current pix dot get red. And then I want int new green equals my current pix times get green. And I think, oh, you know what I think we forgot? I think we forgot to do this multiplier. So times the multiplier that is up here in the if I just copied it, then I wouldn't have spelling errors. And then we have our new blue. Int new blue is the current pix get blue times the multiplier. Now we should probably check for a second, because if those if any of those goes over 255, we're going to have some issues. So if new red is greater than 255, I want to set the new red to be equal to 255. And if the new green is greater than 255, I want to set the new green to be equal to 255. And none of these are going to be run unless that if condition is met. So if the new blue is greater than 255, and it's very possible they all could be greater than 255, I will set the new blue equal to 255. So we've got our new red color. We're checking to make sure that it's not greater than 255, and I hope this curly brace method that I've created there doesn't mess you up. I did not mean to do that. And so now we want to take the current pixel and we want to set red to be equal to the new red, and we want the current pixel set green to be equal to the new green. And we want the current pix dot set blue to be equal to the new blue. And I think that should do the trick. So let's go to the theater runner and do what we normally do. We need to instantiate a contrast image object. So not object image, contrast image. So contrast image, I'll call this my pick equals, this is a new contrast image object, and it takes the name of the photo. So I am going to use Star Wars, and that's GPG. And maybe I could have used Tonka. I think Tonka's in there. And then we want to draw the image, so I'm going to go to the image. So images dot draw image, and it's my pick. I'm going to draw it at starting at 0, 0, and I want it to be the width of the screen. So get width. And then I want to pause for 4 seconds. And then I want to draw the other one again. So I'm just going to take this thing right here and do that again. So let's see if this works. Of course, what did I do? Oh, you know what I never did. Anyway, I'll talk contrast. I forgot that. I also did not take my pick and apply the adjust contrast. So now it might actually work. So let's see. Let's stop it and run it, see what happens. Oh. Forgot to do a multiplier. So let's make this 30. We'll make the multiplier 30. How about that? Which means I bet everything is going to be, it's just going to be white. Here it goes, 4 seconds, and there it was. How did I know it was going to be white? Well, if I multiply all the colors by 30, that's going to be over 255. And if every color is over 255, essentially everything is white. So let's change that to 3 and see what happens. So there's the original image. 4 seconds will go by, and there's a contrast. That's not bad. That is not bad. Oh, we should run the test to make sure the test works. Love it getting the checks.